What's going on, guys? Sean here, just coming at you with a quick video about last night's game. Eagles win over the Green Bay Packers 40-33. Obviously the score makes it look a little bit closer than it was, although every time we started to pull away from the Packers, they just found a way to come back. I got a big problem with this defense after this week. No, I don't think it's a fluke. Yes, I think it's coaches. Yes, I think it's players. I think it's a mixture of everything. I also think it's a problem with the snap count. I think our snap counts are all off right now. Big game by Fletcher. Amazing ground game. The O-line deserves all the credit. Although in that same breath, it seemed like our pass protection was a little up and down at times, mostly on that left side, which is not something I like to say. You'd really think that Landon Dickerson and Jordan Mailata would be holding up a lot better. It's been frustrating, but, we put 40 points up on the board, so, let's just break down piece by piece what I saw. First off, offensive game planning. For as bad as the Colts game was, offensive game plan wise, this was night and day. It was honestly a work of beauty. The way they put together offensive drives, they knew exactly what they were going to do. Couple broken plays where Jalen scrambles for big yards, yes. But from what I could tell and from what I could see just watching the game at home, it looked like they were attacking Rasul Douglas with speed, which is smart. They kind of left Jair Alexander alone, only targeted near him maybe once or twice, probably not too much at all. And they let Miles be Miles. I don't think we have to run like this every week, but we have to let Miles be Miles. Miles should not be getting less than 20 carries a game. 20 for Miles, 5 for Kenny G. Scott can go to special teams. There's really no reason for Miles to not be getting 20 carries a game. I mean, the best argument that I've heard made is you're trying to keep him fresh for the playoffs, okay? But in that same breath, you trying to keep him fresh for the playoffs could be the exact reason why he can't get anything going in the playoffs. You let him sit, you let his legs get tired, you let him get lazy, I don't like that. You give him 20 carries a game, and you see what Miles does, let Miles be Miles. I don't think it's that difficult. I don't think it's overthinking anything. All of Jalen's read option RPO works best when the run game is successful. I don't understand why you don't want to establish the run early and then use the RPOs, play actions, QB draws, read options, use all of that off the run. The first 2 plays of this game, we come out and we throw 2 passes, 2 incompletions. And I'm thinking to myself, here we go again. I hear the hate for Jonathan Gannon all day. All right, and I'm starting to get it. Because he reminds me more and more of Jim Schwartz every day. And Jim Schwartz pissed me off all the time. This offense, though, what is the point of coming out, throwing 2 passes in a row, both incompletions, and then you come out and you're going to throw a 3rd pass so the defense knows exactly what you're going to do. You're in 3rd and long. What are we doing? Jalen obviously takes the play up 20 or some yards, whatever it is, big QB scramble. Okay, fine. Those are called rushing stats, but those are passes. All right? We finished the day with 360 some rushing yards, which is all good and well. But how many of those rushing yards came from Jalen scrambling out of pass sets? We don't need that. You know, you're worried about putting Miles in danger and you're putting Jalen in danger, and it makes no sense to me. We could bring in more running backs. We have the O-line. We can bring in all the running backs we want, and they're going to be successful. All right? You can't bring in another QB. Gardner Minshew isn't going to come in and do what Jalen's doing. All right? We got to be smart. We need to start thinking about what we're doing. This game was way too close, way too long. And I think it just shows how young the coaching staff is on the front and the back. And, you know, I know a lot of people, it's Super Bowl or bust, blah, 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 blah. I'm more NFC Championship or bust myself. I think making it to the NFC Championship and losing to someone like the 49ers, there would be no shame in that. You know, as long as the Cowboys and the Giants go out early, if we don't win a Super Bowl this year, I don't really look at it as being something to, you know, cry over. Obviously, you want them to do as good as they possibly can, but I think this coaching staff is young, and I think they're showing their youth. I think the difference in 2017 was, yeah, Doug was a first-time head coach, second-year head coach, but he had Frank, he had Jim. Both guys have head coaching experience. Both guys have experience up and down the playoffs. You know, Frank has Super Bowl experience from the Bills from his time as a player. You know, so the guys just, they knew where they were going and they knew what they were doing. You know, with this team, it feels like Nick's playing Madden sometimes. You know, oh, deep crosser to A.J. Brown. Oh, come back to Devontae Smith. Deep over with the tight end. You know, Quiz Watkins, clear out. You know, run the ball, Jalen. Save us, save us, save us. You know, is that not every week? Every week. You know, and it's really starting to worry me. I need someone to grab this offense by the balls and get it under control. Miles rushes 20 times, 30 times a game. Jalen should not be passing as much as he is, and it's not even the attempts that worry me, it's the rushes out of passing attempts that worry me. You know, we quit running the ball with Jalen because early in the season he was running too much. You know, and you could tell it was taking a toll on him. Do you really want to beat him down right before the playoffs start? You know, I don't think it's smart. I don't think the coaching staff understands a lot of what they're doing. You know, I would just like to see things done a little bit better from the coaching perspective. On both sides of the ball, all the way up to the top. You know, these close games would be a lot less close if we learned how to run clock. You know, just run the ball early and often. You know, set up play action. Allow Jalen to thrive off those play actions. You know, create your big plays off linebackers getting pulled up by the gravity of your running back. You know, it's how so many teams have won, and I hate to watch us not do it. With the defense, I said it was coaching and players. These players, you know, the minute Reed Blankenship came into this game, you saw the hits. You saw the hits. You saw the run game take a hit against the Packers. They didn't want to run the ball anymore. You know, they were hurting. Reed comes up and lays a couple big fucking smacks on a couple different players, and all of a sudden that run game is a little bit different. TJ Edwards, you're a big guy. I want to see TJ Edwards smack someone. You know, yeah, I've seen him hit, you know, and Kazir White, you know, running all over the field, that's fine. You know, I love that. But I need to see these boys hitting. I feel like part of the reason no one's scared to run on us and no one's going to stop running on us is because, you know, we're just letting them run 5, 6, 7 yards and then dragging them to the ground. You know, there's no hit. There's no pop. You don't got 2 or 3 guys running in and letting them know you ain't running today. You know? I think Reed Blankenship brought some of that. I'd very much like to see more of that from Epps. I thought that was going to be Epps' MO this year. I thought he was going to be a guy, him and TJ Edwards could work in unison against the run game, you know, and really create something special because both of them are, you know, run stopping, thicker, you know, they both can lay down hits. So let's see it. You know, what are we even doing right now? You know, that's about it for me. I don't want to let this run on too long. We're over 10 minutes now. So my thinking is, you know, the coaching staff has got to mature, or I'm going to start worrying, because a lot of these games are going the same way, you know, and the talent on the field will only get you so far. Defense, I think it's a mixture of the players and the coaching. Yes, we need to be more aggressive. We need to blitz more. But at the same time, these players need to get it together. You know, some of these arm tackles and some of this hero ball shit's got to stop. You know, I want to see them tighten up. You know, I can't wait to see the advanced stats on who gave up touchdowns last night. You know, I can't wait to go back and rewatch this game and really look closer at, you know, whose fault this was, whose fault that was, because, you know, for a 40-33 win, it was ugly. It was ugly. Go up 14, down 7. Now you lost the lead. You go up 7, you know, and then you sit there for a while, and then, you know, the scoring kind of takes off in the second, you know, especially later in the game. It's just a weird game, you know. It's a weird game, and, you know, I think we got a lot of maturing to do as a team. I really do. And, you know, I think Nick and the guys can get it together. You know, I think that they have the smarts to get it together and make this all work well. We're 10-1. I just don't want to see us fail in the playoffs. If it sounds a little doom and gloom, that's really all it is. You know, I just want to see us do well in the playoffs. With that being said, guys, I appreciate all of you for being here. Please like, please subscribe, comment down below. Once again, I appreciate everything you guys do for me. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Peace.